All right. Life lesson number two. Life lesson number two is giving. Giving. You know, in our business, the business that we're in, obviously a lot of it has to do with sales. Has to do with helping customers get products or services that they may be using, may not be using, getting them to get the company we're representing. A huge mistake that people young in sales make is they say things to themselves like, oh, I have to go out. I got to sell this customer. I got to sell blah, blah. I got to sell because I got bills to pay, whatever. Huge mistake. If your mindset is to go do sales, I've learned in the 18, 20 years I've been in the industry that you're not going to do a lot of sales, which is weird, right? But if your mindset is, I'm going to go help people. I'm going to go help them get a better service. I'm going to go help them reduce their costs. I'm going to help them save time by having a device as opposed to, or having a faster internet speed as opposed to having an older device that's not as strong connectivity, whatever. But if you go into the world trying to give and to help people accomplish things, you have better energy. People are going to they're going to want to be around you more. You're going to have this like vibe around you that is going to create an energy that people are attracted to. And so it's super, super important to think about today, how can you give? And it could be super small. It could be, this morning as an example, I always try to teach my boys when we're walking into school, if there's someone that's 5 to 10 feet away, we wait and we hold the door for them. And 9 times out of 10, the person says, oh, thank you so much. Because they're running up with their kids and they're running in, trying to get everything organized, just like we all are, living our lives. But it's good karma. It's like giving to the world positivity. And I've learned when you give, and you give no matter what, and you go out of your way to give, you get tenfold. And I don't do it for what I get in return. I just do it because it makes me feel good to give. And it's just a great way to live. And so when there's certain little things that you'll learn in your life, in my opinion, that, things that you do that feed your soul. And giving is feeding your soul. I know one thing I'm super proud of, myself and a lot of our partners in the business, we have an orphanage down in Belize that we've been taking care of and we've been giving to for many, many years. I know this year and most years in the past 5-10 years, my wife and I have been assigned, or we had one of the kids that we were responsible for the holiday season, and we went out and I took my boys to Target, of course, and we got them clothes, we got them shoes, we got them things that they needed. And between all of our partners that came together, there's 34 orphans in the orphanage that we come through for on a monthly, quarterly, and yearly basis. And and I'll tell you, I went there 3 or 4 years ago for 4 or 5 days, and I helped paint the orphanage and I helped paint the community center. And what I learned by not only giving to this orphanage, and this is in general, I know in our business we have a lot of givers, and especially when it comes to charities. But it was so incredible to me to meet these children in the orphanage that frankly had a really tough go. They had a tough situation, but they're so optimistic. They're so incredibly grateful. And, I told myself when my boys get a bit older, we're going to take them there and we're going to have them spend time with them and learn what life is for some people. And, I again, growing up in a Hispanic family, when my mom moved to the U.S. at 18 and had a few $100s in her pocket, and, the idea of being in America and the best country in the world, if you want to be successful, it just, I have a ton of gratitude around that. But obviously, it kind of hits home sometimes when you get outside of the country and you meet people that are not as fortunate. But another thing about giving, what you'll realize is as you get older, it's not just about you. I know in my 20s, I had a very selfish mindset, which was wrong. And again, I was young, I didn't know better. And so a huge thing that I would encourage all of you to do, if you can wrap your head around this concept, it's the concept of we versus me. How can we get better? How can we improve? How can we level ourselves up? You know, I noticed this morning in our office, there's some new staff that came in, and there's some trainers that were in already. And I know, without even asking, they went out of their way to start helping and giving and serving. That's just so freaking cool to me to see people do that. And because, you know, listen, it's the right thing to do, because I know at some point someone did that for them. And I love it in our DNA as a business that this attitude is something that we do, that we live by. And I know that's going to be good. So just keep, and I'll tell you, in your 20s, it is really hard to think about other people. Most people in their 20s are very selfish. It's all about them. Me, 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 me. What's in it for me? What's in it for me? What am I going to get out of this? And so it's going to be uncommon and really uncomfortable to think about other people before yourself. But if you can learn that now as you get older, obviously in the workforce and in just in business, it's going to be huge for your career. So life lesson number 2 is giving to other people. Giving to other people.